Unlike the capitals of France or Germany, the national flag flies alone in London. There's no sign here of the blue emblem of the European Union. Britain has always been a key member of the EU, but British independence from Europe has always been something of a political statement. So when British Prime Minister David Cameron went to Brussels to hammer out the deal, he had two main concerns: preserve British interests, but show the bloc he was still willing to commit to the European project. He said he secured a better deal on, among other things, preserving the status of the British pound, limiting welfare payments to migrants, safeguarding British businesses, and changing the way countries can block new European laws. The deal would come into effect only if the country votes to stay in the club in a referendum later this year.
The choice is in your hands, but my recommendation is clear. I believe that Britain will be safer, stronger, and better off in a reformed European Union.
But the rifts in his own Conservative Party are beginning to show. London's flamboyant mayor and fellow party member Boris Johnson said he would campaign for Britain to go it alone.
I don't think anybody could realistically claim that this is fundamental reform of the EU or of Britain's relationships with the EU.
Britain's exit from the EU could be damaging to the bloc. British trade with the EU is worth more than $560 billion a year. Leaving could deprive the bloc of British goods and services. The EU could also be weakened diplomatically. It has benefited from Britain's key relationship with the United States. And a Brexit might also encourage other countries in the bloc to try and negotiate better terms or break away altogether. The vote will take place at a time when the EU is facing unprecedented challenges to its borders because of the refugee crisis. If Britain leaves, the EU would lose a major player in Brussels, and it could deal the European project an even bigger blow. Ashraf Helmi, The Newsmakers.